Hi, I'm Blue from Hello the Future, and today I want to talk about making things. I know I've talked about that before, but I'm going to talk about it again because I'm making a bigger thing than I usually do for Project for Awesome, and it is different making this bigger thing than it is making all of the small things that I do. The thing about the small things is that they are not necessarily disposable because my work is not disposable, but every week I do another song, and 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 I do another song, right? And so some songs are better than others, and some songs are not so good, and that's fine because every week I learn more, and sort of the whole of the songs, like if you were doing a graph, would be like good, good, bad, good, good, bad, good, good, bad, good, good, you know, but it gets higher and higher and higher and higher, right? But then you have the big things, the big things, right? And you want those to be really, really good, but you know that where you are on the graph, like the Ira Glass graph of practice versus perfect, we know about this, right? Links there. The Ira Glass graph of practice versus better, he doesn't actually call it perfect, but anyway. You know you're only here on the graph, and you can go good, good, bad, good, 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 bad, good, you know, all the way up to there, but you're only here, and the thing you're making is big, but you're only here, but it's big, but you're only there, and right? I mean, as excited as I am that I am getting better at making things, I'm also, in some ways, a little bit saddened that my Gilded Age song, which is really cool, sounds better than the song I made for Mint Car Cover, which had a cover, and it should have been bigger, but I was only there on the graph, and now I'm there, and blah, anyway. So making things. And so I'm making something that is a bit bigger for Project for Awesome. It is so big that it involved me holding a singamajig up to a microphone. That big. Super big. But I am nervous about it because I'm only here on the graph and I want to be there on the graph and I'm only there on the graph. And I'm also nervous about it because for me this particular track is actually more about cutting than about adding things. Seriously, I recorded something like many lines of instruments, and then I was like, well, I should scratch the synth, and maybe I will scratch this part of the piano, but I'll leave this part of the piano in, and I'll take out this bass note, but leave that bass note in, and you know, I will make my sound curve of the I don't even know, the dBs. I'm learning, seriously. You know, maybe it's gonna be shaped like this, but we're gonna cut out this part. But then, and then we'll bump it up there, yeah, right? So all of this combined with all of that, and the fact that I'm only there on the graph, is like, how do I keep making this, right? In spite of all that. I said this was going to be about making things. I don't think it's actually about that. It's about me talking about this project of process of making this one thing. So that is what I'm thinking about. I'm mostly thinking about cutting. And I'm thinking about shaping, and I'm thinking about that dang place on the graph, and I'm thinking about how to work to push oneself past the place where oneself currently is, to make it a little bit better, and how interesting it is that the act of making it better is actually the act of taking away and knowing what to leave out, which I'm not the first person to have said by any means. So anyway, I think I will stop here because I'm sure I have talked for probably, I'm not even going to guess, 17,000 minutes. And if you come back next week, you can hear this thing. I'm using this symbol to mean what it is. It's round. It's not round. If I were synesthetic, I might say it were round, but it is not. It is a piece of music. Come back next week and maybe you can hear it. That is all.